Alright, welcome back to Planet Crafter. Idiot here with a pretty much starting off where we left off last episode. Today, I'm going to plan to go up there and have a rumble through that wreck. There's a load more stuff that I want. Let's get back inside, and also, now that I look at it, do I not have any water? I'm hoping I've got some over here. Doesn't look like it, does it? Oh, one thing I noticed in that last episode, there's me going, oh look, I need seeds for this, and there were seeds in some of those boxes, and it's like, oh good lord, man, open your eyes. Yeah, but what we're going to do is let us just grab some water and slurp that down now while we can. One of the things that popped up is we go to our build menu. These suckers, bigger storage. So there's going to be some things getting moved around and reorganized, which is going to take a bit of time. Whoop. Also, we've got the tier 3 drills. Get rid of these guys and put some more T2 solar panels up. That way there'll be a lot more power available. But so that's going to take a little while. I'm going to go away and I'm going to do all of that, and then we're going to go for a wander and have a look inside there. Alright, so I'll be with you for you in a second. For me it's going to be a little bit longer. Alright, well, been a bit busy. Did a few upgrades to myself. I found some extra fabric when I was rummaging around in that cave. That one that's over there where the iridium is, because there's also some aluminium over there which you need for these and for those. As you can see, I've now got tier 3 miners and I've got quite a few more tier 2 solars, which has given us an extra 60 kilowatts. I haven't put in any new grow tubes as yet, but that will occur. But I've been busy rearranging a few things. Keep it a bit neater. It's a bit of a squeeze, but hey, it's good enough. Don't really worry so much about that. Right, I've got all the ingredients I need to get myself a little forward base, a big box, and another tier 2 crafter. So, we're going to go that way. I'll meet you when we get there. Woohoo! Tier 1 nuclear reactor. Before we go, let's just check that out. What do we need for that? Now we have a uranium rod. I don't think we've got a 3 super alloy though. We do. Interesting. Give me a moment. So we wanted, wrong box, one of those. We want 3 of those. What else was it we wanted? Because look at that, that gives 86.5 energy. Don't want this inside. So let's just dump it there for the time being. Now we have a massive surplus. Well, we'll go through it pretty quick, but that's okay. And I need to drink. Right, let's get all of this back. Let's grab another water just in case. Alright, I'll meet you when I get over there. Look at that. Just gotten to 175 Ti. And we've got an advanced crafting station. That can wait. We'll be right back. Alright, I just went for a quick run around so I can get some more water. And I found something. Didn't even know about this, and I played the game before. Well, at least Prime, like I said. Came up here and wandering around, and I noticed, look at that. There's another golden chest, which means another one of those 600 multiplier seeds. And another one of the uranium rods, which means when we find some more super alloy, well, when we find it, I know where it is. Grab that, because we'll get another super alloy and some more aluminium out of that. We can build another, we'll be able to build another Well, I wouldn't say nuclear bomb. That'd be a bit too much, wouldn't it? And as you can see, let's just do that way. It'll be a lot easier, won't it? I've put in quite a few boxes. It is a much bigger place, so I'm kind of expecting there's more to be had from this place. All right, let's turn on the flashlight. Box all ready. Ah, there's that third piece of super alloy. Excellent. Come on, out of my way. Let me through. Oh, look at that. That is going to be another blueprint chip. You can later upgrade this torch, so it's a lot better. And it is a heck of a lot better. Because right now it's just not very good. But hey, it's better than wandering around in the dark. Let's just dump all of that. Let's take a slurp. May as well grab a bite to eat. And let's go. Now these things, when you don't have much of an inventory, you tend to spend running in, grabbing as much as you can, running back out again, dropping it off, and ad nauseum. But that's okay. Oh, there's some more of those things there. Ooh, boxes! Oh, back we go again. There's a lot of this going on, eh? Come on. Because there's more to be had. And I want everything out of here. Oh, there is another tier 2 heater. I'm going to be full again. Oh, more blue chips, excellent. Actually, what I really want are more of those squash seeds. Because with those grow tubes that I made, currently we've got, what, cantaloupe and squash. And the squash will heal you for 40 food, whereas the cantaloupes themselves will only do it for 25. Give me that back. So currently, as you can see, well, actually, we've got, or eggplant they call it, sorry. Yeah, we want squash seeds. Right, back we go again. Oh, look. Grab that first. Cargo ship Sorella 4. Machinery log 436. This morning, on our 17th day of space travel to Stigma, the ship inexplicably exited hyperspace velocity. The navigation tools went crazy and the ship lost power, as if it had been drained by some exterior thing. We're going to try and make an emergency landing on this unreported planet. I'm not sure what we'll find. There seems to be a huge storm on the surface. I hope we make it. So that's 3021. You find one of these, you're going to need to open this up, and you're going to need to put, I think it's a fusion core, I think they call them, and that will then power up this thing. It won't give you any O2, won't bring the lights back on or anything like that, but what it can or will do is, you see these round doors here, a lot of these will open up, and you'll be able to explore into further areas. I'm going to get a little bit low on O2, so let's just go back, dump everything I've got, and then we'll go back in and we'll look at that last little piece. There's not much left in there, and then I'm going to have to shuttle all of this crap back. Should be okay there for the moment, and that's going to take me a while. I'm not going to make you suffer through that. That would be bad, wouldn't it? Right, there's only one place left to go now, and that is down this way. More of those things that can be taken apart. Oh, a couple of boxes. A Come on, give me some squash seeds. No, I wanted squash seeds. And that is this wreck completely cleared, except for a couple of these doors that will open once we put a fusion cell core. No, can't remember which it's called. Stick that in there, and then we'll be able to just explore a little bit further. Up here, if we get up close enough, look at that, melts at 500 nanokelvin. So it'll open up new areas so you can go and explore, and there's new things that or materials that you can get your hands on. So this, apart from these bits, a little few of them, is what we've hauled out of there. Quite a nice haul, eh? What I'll do is I'll grab... There's the other one. I thought I had 3. Grab all of those. Don't really need the fabric straight away, but I am going to want that. There's one of those. There's 3 of those, and that'll allow us to make, just double check, and we need water to go with it. So let's grab a couple of bits of water as well. And before we go for a wander, another fission reactor. Right, I'll see you when we get back there. Okay, well, on my way back, I plonked down another reactor. Gives us a heck of a lot more energy now. Got 211 free, which is going to be useful. I did take out the tier 2 grow tubes in there, and planters, or veggie tubes. And I put 3 tier 3 ones out here, and all of these have got the golden seeds with 600 multiplier that we found so far. That has massively increased my PPQs. So now, rather than being, what was it, 8.8, I think from memory, we're now 187. So that's going up dramatically faster. And so we're now 8% from clouds getting down to rain. Now once it starts to rain, all of this is going to fill up. Whilst I was running backwards and forwards and filling all of this lot with all piles of stuffs, a couple of things came up. We've got the tier 3 heater, which heats up 22.8 per second, opposed to the 33.6, which is great. It does take 17 more power, but we do have, thanks to sticking that sucker down, a bit of power left. But I'm not really interested in that, because this also popped up. The ore extractor, that will extract random ores from the ground, mainly things like iron, titanium, cobalt, magnesium and silicon. But you'll notice it's got those blue crystals, the osmium. Now I do happen to know where the blue crystals are, so we're going to go for a wander over that way so you can have a look. Now we do have some iridium rods that we picked up from running through that place, and as you can see we've got 3 sitting in here. We are going to need another super alloy. That's not a problem, I know where that is, but I could make another rod if I wanted to, but I just don't want to right now. Because, I mean, 2 of those are going to be enough. And we need to go that away. So, let me grab the stuff we're going to need to build a box. Actually, let's grab something. I don't think we'll need... Actually, I did put a spare one in here because I actually overflowed that with iron. And I'm going to want some oxygen just in case. I'll take some squash with me and take some water with me as well. And that way we can always get it. And as you can see, these suckers are growing. That's 85% all the way through at the moment. But let's go for a walk, shall we? Now, I'm more than likely going to have to shove the box down in between, because I don't know if I've got enough O2 supply with 280 to get all the way there and dump the box down so I can replenish my O2. But we'll find out when we get there, eh? Look at all this, look at all these mats down here. Once you go a bit further afield from the start point, it gets a little bit better, doesn't it? And as we go through, you'll see all of this change. It will get a bit greener, trees will grow, there'll be all sorts of things happening. And I'm not going to open that now. We'll have a quick peek, see what's in there. It's quite a bit. Run, Forest. Now there are a couple of boxes around this area too. We'll have to have a peek at. So we've got 280 left. It's really handy knowing exactly where I need to go so we can sort of expedite all of this opening stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick a box right here. A grass spreader. Sweet. Now, just in case I do need to make myself some more water, let's dump one of those down. And just in case of stuff that I'm going to want to store, I don't think I'm really going to need more than one. Oh, that blended in there nicely, didn't it? Don't really need any of these as yet, I don't think, but I'll take one with me just to make sure. And inside here, can we get far enough in to see? No, it's not opened up enough yet. We need 500 nanokelvins. Lots of kelvins. And there's no way that I can squeeze through that. Darn, okay, well that's going to have to wait then. Can I get on top and see if there's anything up there? No, there isn't. There is, as you can see, quite a lot more iridium though. But back there, inside that cave, is osmium. And that's what I want, but can't get it yet, so we're going to need some heat. Luckily enough, we're going to be able... Let me grab that as well. Slurp some of that water and we'll empty that chest on the way back. And we'll come back and we'll explore all this at a later date. Even when everything clears up, this area doesn't really get... all this fog doesn't really go away that much, so something you just have to get used to in that area. There are certain areas that are like that as you're running around the planet. Let's just grab everything, shall we? Actually, since got that, let's get rid of that as well. Look at that, isn't that cool? I don't think there's any more boxes around here, but let's have a look anyway as we're wandering around. We've got 280 and we do have some O2 on us, so that will help. Nope, doesn't look like there is. But there's another place we're going to go to next, and then I'm going to need another box. Kind of thinking at this point then, since I can't get to the come on brain cell osmium, we're going to build some of those heaters, tier 3 ones that is. And we're going to need that in there. Oh, I thought I had some aluminium on me. Actually, we've got a load of fabric right now, eh? Oh, that's going to be helpful. I know I'm going to need this stuff later. No, I'm just going to leave them in there. It'll be fine. I'm going to need more space for all these seeds, aren't I? And we can put all of this into here. Oh, yeah, let's check out what these blueprints are, shall we? A recycling machine. Okay. Tier 3 mining chip. And a corner living compartment. That, as you can see, has windows. But it's a little less to build, a little less. One less iron and some cobalt, but they look quite cool. But let's see what that chip needs. Silicon, aluminium, and super alloy. Can I make it with it still being equipped? I can indeed. Alright, now we have tier 3 mining. That'll help everything up as well. So 30% mining time reduction. That's excellent. Absolutely excellent. Right, so what do we need for the tier... I keep pressing tab. 3 heaters. We need the iridium rods. So we're going to have, if I take those 3 down, we're going to have silicon, titanium, and aluminium. So I can just delete those 3. I need you guys there. Again, these ones have to go outside. They're just going to get plonked over here for the time being. Oh no, these have to go inside. My mistake. Yeah, I was completely wrong. There we go, and that has now upped our heat. Ah, blueprint pinning. That was the one thing I was talking about in the last episode. 69... it's got to be picokelvins, isn't it? Like a P. I know it's parts per quadrillion, and then you've got nanopascals down below for the pressure. But that's not a lot. But we need to reach 500 to get up to that one. I think it was 1,500 to get to that one. I might have to go back and have a look. But what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to dump this rubbish out. We want 2 titanium. We're going to want 2 silicon. I don't think I'm going to need a box. I think there's going to be plenty of iron of where we're about to go. So let's go wandering over to that box. We'll grab some O2. And then we'll... Actually, don't be daft. Let's just grab some O2 canister just in case. You know what happens, don't you? You run off like an idiot and then you end up losing out. And I can't afford to die in this one. Well, I can afford to die. I mean, it's only some basic mats that I'd lose, but I don't want to. Really don't want to. I don't like dying. It's not a pleasant experience. And inside here is where you can get a whole pile of super alloy. This one is a limited area. There's another place where you can actually mine it, but you also need an upgraded miner to be able to get to it. I can't remember if... I think I emptied that out, didn't I? Grab that. Alright, now if we run it along here. This is a bit of a maze, but it's not that difficult to find your way out. But what we need to do is run through here. And look. There's some debris. And there's that thing up there. And that's what we want to go raid. Plus also have a rummage around for some other stuffs as well. Want to make sure I've got something to build a box with straight away. Because there is a load, and I do mean a load of things that I'm going to want to pick up just here. Build the crafter and build a box. Let's dump those off for the time being. And while all this is going on and shaking and rattling and rolling, there should hopefully be some ice around here that I can grab just to make myself some water. So I'm hoping there is. There's some. Go away, meteors. Be prepared. Come on, jump over that thing. And as an added, just in case, let's grab some more cobalt. Just in case I want to make some more O2 canisters. As you can see, it's getting a bit easier now with having some extra O2 and the extra speed to get around with. And as you can see, there's some more aluminium down here, and like I said, there's a lot of super alloy up here. So I am going to want to take an O2 canister with me, because you do have to run all the way around there. And that's what it looks like in the wild. And I'm probably going to need another box, I reckon. Let's take an O2 just in case. Right, we need to get into here. And thankfully, there's plenty of these things which will let you build more boxes. Come on. And as you can see, we need a biodome. That's going to be helpful. I'll get more O2 production going. As you can see with this one, again, we need the tier 2 deconstructor. But let's start raiding boxes, shall we? Loads of food. Oh, no, no. That's going to hurt. Ouch. Wasn't a very good jump, was it? Actually, I wonder. There is something that we can build. I just don't know if it's going to be buildable there. That'll be better. Right, we're going to need to eat some of that food to get that health back. Okay. That'll do for the time being. Raid this box. Oh, yay, bean seeds. Beans are brilliant. Okay, so there's some new... Come on, let me in. They give you much, much more food when you eat those suckers. And there is another box over here. Here we go. Back again. Dump all this stuff off. Actually, where did I put the water? Grab it because I'm probably going to need it while I'm out. And I'm probably going to end up having to build some more boxes as well by the looks of it. Oh, there comes another meteor storm. And out there is where we want to go. And you can see just over there, there's some more super alloy. Super alloy is needed a lot throughout this game. So you're going to want to find all the locations you can to get your mitts on. Some over there as well. Especially considering I'm going to want to build, as when I've got the osmium, quite a lot of those tier 1 miners, which will eventually become tier 2 miners, and then eventually tier 3 miners, because there are upgrades all the way through that. Oh, my inventory's already full. I've got enough O2 to go back this way. Shaking and rattling and rolling. That can't be opened, so don't worry about that. I thought that chair was something there for a minute. Oh, it's just part of a solar panel. Hydration level is low. Yeah, I can see that. Now, I've got one more water in there, and there's more ice to be had, so that's not too much of an issue. We can always go grab some ice, make some more water canisters. I'm going to run out of storage space back at my base again, aren't I? And look at that, there's a box over there as well. I don't think I can make that one, so let's go this way. I did keep the O2, I did, just in case. Gimme. Alright. I know it doesn't look like you can make it, but you can. Can be a little bit freaky sometimes, because you're looking like you're going to fall off the edge of the world. Oh yeah, another blueprint. That's okay. I'm really starting to get way too many of these seeds. They'll come in handy later though, so I'm going to pick them up. And that's pretty much as we're going to need from here for the time being. Okay, yes, it'd be nice to have more super alloy. And in fact, what we'll do is just come over and get this one over here. As you can see, there's more. There's actually more on top as well. There's more chests up the top there, but you're not going to get there until much, much later. And if you come out onto plateau over there, there's a little sort of veranda style area where you can get a lot more super alloy. There we go. That should be enough for us to get back. Getting hitched up on the landscape there for a moment. Over we go. Now what I'm going to have to do is have to go back to our little box and then do a load more transferring of parts back from here all the way back again. Like I said, thankfully it does get a lot easier, especially once your inventory size gets larger. So I'll see you when I've got all of that done. Okay, I decided to come back a slightly different way because I wanted to show you this. Big ship. Much, much big ship. And yeah, you can go in that as well. Oh look, I was just walking home. Oh, and I almost died. I managed to get back into that box as my vision was starting to darken, because I had a quick wander around through there to look, because there's some more aluminium down there and I wanted it. But look, it's starting to rain. Yeehaw! There's no lakes or anything as yet, but whoopee! And I did plant those bean seeds in there. So, there's a couple of things that came up while I was wandering. And wrong one. That box there and that box there that are going to be helpful. So let's have a look at those now, shall we? That's the recycle thing. Basically, if you've got something that's built, you just put it in a recycler, it breaks it down into its original bits. So, yeah, useful. Somewhat. We've got the Tier 2 and the Advanced Crafting Station there, which will be needed. This popped up. Launch platform. You can launch rockets into the sky, and then that will increase the amount of heat, oxygen, and pressure. But that is what I want to build next. And that's why I want to make sure I had enough aluminium. Because these guys, they will collect, they'll just passively collect water. So, what we're going to do first off is we're going to do that. No, we need osmium. I wanted to pin the blueprint so you could see what I meant by it. Never mind. We're not going to do that. So, iron, silicon, magnesium, cobalt. What were the other ones? Silicon, aluminium, and super alloy. And this will passively collect water bottles for us, which is really quite cool. I don't think I'm going to be expanding this way in a hurry. So let us just dump these suckers right down here. And I'm going to put 2 out because more water is better than no water. It takes a bit of a while to collect them, but like I say, you go for a wander, you'll come back and you'll have 8 water available. Oh, stop raining again. Clouds. Look at all that. Check that out. Isn't that a view? And there's that ship over there. So what we're going to do is get ourselves ready to go and have a look in there as well. Now again, we're going to need one of those fusion cell things, but I can't build those as yet. At least I'm pretty sure we can't. The only way of finding out is 3 aluminium, titanium, magnesium, and silicon. Some titanium, some magnesium, and some silicon. And I do need some water. Probably going to need to collect some ice for the moment. But this is going to be like another crafting table, basically. Should be enough room. It's a little cramped right now. Things will get bigger, things will get better. But in here, you can now, this is what you need for the rockets to seed life, as it were. But if we also look, there's some couple of other things that are a bit more important. One, we can actually make super alloy now. You get one of each of the bog standard materials, and you can make your super alloy. So if you do run out, in a pinch, you can make it. But you don't really need to. At some points, you're just going to have way so much super alloy, you're not going to care. But those 2 suckers there are what I want to get my hands on. So we're going to need 6 super alloys, some titanium, and some cobalt. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Righty ho. And there was another thing in there that I just saw that I completely forgot about. The jetpack. it is going to require some iridium rods and some uranium, which basically means there's 9 iridium to an iridium rod. Don't have enough iridium as yet. No, don't. So we need some more iridium. But that, look at this now, it's way more space. And also, our O2 level is going up to 370 from 200. So that is one heck of an increase. It means we can go further and further afield. So let me get everything prepared so we can have a little base outside. We can build up all sorts, some chests and everything, or the lockers. And then we can go raid this area. So, and oh, by the way, we hadn't even got into the story yet, which is kind of crazy, isn't it? So, let me get prepared, and we'll be right back. Actually, before we go, let's check these out, shall we? A shredder, helpful later on, not so helpful now. An area lamp, not so helpful now. And a GPS satellite. That is relatively helpful. Alright, well, I built a box, got a bit of storage, probably might not be enough, but we'll find out. Built a little fabricator so we can get some stuff going. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Now, if we pop up here, you can see there's all this bridge stuff. None of this you can interact with. So there's not really much point, to be honest. So let's go straight in and have a peek. Right, flashlight. Let's go left first. I think we've got ladders as well now, so we can go up and down places. And in here, these are the sort of places you tend to get lost in. Don't need any eggplant seeds. Got plenty of those. I'm not going to bother with those. And again, going to go through, and every time we come to a box, we're going to get rid of it. So we're not going to. Bean seeds, on the other hand, I am going to grab. I do have some beans growing back at the base. So, don't want any more of those. Going to need you, you, and you. We can get cobalt, and we can also get... Brain cell came to a stop there. We can also get the rest around our base. Don't really need it yet, but that is definitely useful later on, so we'll grab that. Does mean I have to remember that I have actually come through here and looked at all of these. More eggplants, more of the squashes, so no worries there. O2 still looking somewhat okay. Come on, get out of the way. I'm probably going to need to use that O2 that I've got on me. And sulfur. Don't need it now, but we are going to need it. But what we're going to need to do is get the hell out of Dodge before things go a bit pear-shaped and we die. It can be a bit finicky getting around in there sometimes, that frontal area. So just be aware that you've got enough O2 to deal with it. Plenty of food, plenty of water. Right, let's go back in. And to the left again. It wasn't that way, it was that away. A massive amount of iron. I might just take 3, just because I'm going to probably build another box. Right, well that is the downstairs done for the time being. As you can see, there's no other ways around here. Just leave that there. Let's take these back out, and then we'll go to the left hand, or turn right, I was looking on the way out there saying left. So I'll go on the way out. Let me build. Come on. Another box. And get rid of the aluminium. I don't really need the water right now, but we'll grab one anyway. The food should be okay. Right, well, what's in the next bit? See that? If you see these, you can be pretty sure there's a fusion thing you've got to put in and open up later on in the wreck itself. Come on. What have we got here? Nolna seeds, Lerma seeds. Not going to worry about that just yet. And the rest of that can stay. Remember, there's still that iridium cave that we can go and clear out. There's a way up. We'll look at that at another point. Let's go through these first and see what's around here. Eggplant, eggplant. Oh yes, give me that. Now, some of these will be good. I just don't remember what they are at the moment. Actually, what I might do is just grab them so we can see what sort of percentage increases that they're going to give us. Because I can just leave these here, really. So what do we got? That's a 400 multiplier, so we'll grab that. It's only 200. They're 300, which is all right. We are going to need Lerma seeds for producing stuff later on in the game, but right now, don't really care. That's another Lerma seed. Right. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way again. It's a problem when you're turning around like this all over the place. You get a little bit on the out of sorts on your directions. Should be fine. Absolutely fine. We'll survive. Yes, we did. Right, so now we're going to go upstairs. Let's grab some food and stuff it. There's plenty of ice around. We can always grab more water. And now that we're producing water back at base, it makes it a lot less of a hassle to go find the stuff, eh? Alright, let's go have a look upstairs, shall we? There we go, look at that. Ooh, an engine. Want that. Don't really need that yet, but I'm going to grab it anyway. I don't really need... Actually, give me that. Don't really need the food yet either. Kind of hoping somewhere in here there's going to be no, I was hoping there was going to be, I couldn't remember if there was a fusion thing in one of these things so we can actually make that. Currently we can't make them, so it's a bit of a pain, but oh well, that's the way it goes, I guess. And that currently is the entirety of what we've got going on in here. There is more, like I say, but we need the fusion cell first. Currently we can't produce those. So let us go back into here. There is another section you can get up to. You just can't do it this early in the game. You can actually get into the, I suppose you could call it a conning tower, just up there. But you need to have a lot more plant growth to be able to do that. Let's go grab some O2 and see what we need to take back, which is the most important stuff. Because we're going to want both of those rockets. So give me that. We're going to need some super alloy. Grab the aluminium. I might grab that and just build one more tier 3. Actually, we don't need another one of those. We've already got one. Come on, brain cell. Another tier 3 veggie tube. Now, what do we need to build these? Super alloy, titanium, and iron. Well, that's not a problem. We've got plenty of titanium, plenty of iron, and we can always pick some up on the way back. Let's grab more of that. I'm not going to worry about the bioplastic nuggets as yet. Let's grab those. Don't really need the food or the water, but we'll take a water with us on a just in case. And we've got some O2 just in case we see something. And we'll leave the rest here. Right, and those shrooms are going to come in very handy later. So we need to go that away. Let's go see how much water these have produced so far, shall we? While we're on the way back. Look at that. And there should be another 4 in there. Don't really need them just yet, so just leave them there for the time being. Otherwise, we'll end up filling up all our boxes. Alright, so we're back at the big ship. We're going to make the tier 2 torch, but let's go and have a look just to remind ourselves how weak and weedly pathetic this thing is. Coming through here. And once you start getting into the darker areas, you don't get to really see much, do you? It's a bit brighter in this one than it is in the other one. But, if we turn that off, as you can see, this one is a bit brighter than the other one. But let's go upgrade this. And then you can see just how much of a change it's going to be. So it spreads out quite a lot wider, eh? You can see one heck of a lot more. If you're standing right up to something, you still get that, but yeah, there's a lot more visibility nowadays. Very helpful. That's not the way we need to go. We need to go this way. No, we don't. We need to go this way. I promise, I know what I'm doing. Said he, lying glibly. All right. That's a bit too bright. So let me just go check and see how long I've been recording for. It's probably been at least an hour and a half by now. And then we'll see if we're going to end it here or continue having a look at other places. All right, I've just gotten back to this valley here because I wanted to check to see what the heat thing for the millikelvins are for getting rid of that ice down there. And before we go, let's not just do that outside, shall we? Also, another thing, remember the space food that you get, it gives you 40 food. This gives you 60. So much, much better for keeping you alive and don't have to eat as much. But I did go in here and I did find that a lot of that ice has melted and we can get inside. And that's what we need. The osmium. And there's a bit of sulfur down there as well. I may as well grab that while I'm here. And what's in this box? More seeds which we don't need. Blueprint, let's grab. Always aluminium. Actually, let's just grab it all because I can stick it in the box back in the thing over there. But this one hasn't come yet. And that's at 15. That's micro, isn't it? Is that micro? Or nano? I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what that one stands for. Don't need too much sulfur yet, but it's here. Let's grab it. All right. Grab some O2 and go for a wander back. Oh, actually, I just saw something there. And yeah, don't really want any of these. I'm going to need more boxes, aren't I? Definitely going to need more boxes. But there'll be a whole pile of building when we get back. An absolute bucket load of it. Let's get rid of that and grab the 5 iron. Because if we look at that, we need the iron, titanium and super alloy and a fair whack of it to make those things. But it's better off when you're trying to have storage areas, having a larger room than just lots of little tiny small ones. But one thing that saw was that, and there is some stuff in there, but we'll deal with that later. Let's get back. Been very, very productive. Alright, I will see you with an entire massive amount of changes. Alright, take care guys.